I'm Leanne DeBold from Wildwood, Missouri, and I'm so excited to be in round 2 of the side dish portion of the Real Women of Philadelphia Challenge. Now this week, with our Philadelphia cream cheese, I am making one of my all-time family favorites. It is eggplant parmesan, and we're going to do a little twist on it, so it's going to become eggplant Philadelphia style. So join me in my kitchen and we'll get started. Okay, so our first step is I have a washed and dried eggplant, and we're going to just slice this into slices. It's usually helpful if I sharpen my knife first. Okay, and what we're going to do is, we don't want our slices too terribly thick, but once you slice it, I'm going to get into the heart of this one actually. You're going to put it into my little milk bath and let those soak, and what we'll do is we'll get some nice slices going here. And the funny thing about eggplant is, actually, we eat a lot of it in the summer because my father-in-law grows eggplant in his farm. And when my son started kindergarten, which was many years ago, the funny story is his teacher actually called me to say, guess what your son had on his my favorite food list, because she thought it was a big purple jelly bean. But he had in fact colored a big purple eggplant, and when the teacher asked what that was, he was like, duh, it is eggplant. So anyway, we love eggplant in our house. Now we're going to leave that in our little bath, and what I have here is actually about 1.5 cups of flour. To that we're going to add some crushed pepper, and just however much your family really likes. And then we're going to add in, we do like a lot of salt in our house, so go ahead and sprinkle all that with salt. And then I will grab a spoon, and you're just going to mix up this flour and salt and pepper. And I think we are going to need a little bit more pepper in here. And this is going to become our dredge. And what we'll do is actually just take our eggplant that has been soaking in the milk, and we will put it through our flour, and I just tap those down in there, and then actually just so that they're lightly covered, because I don't like a real heavy batter on my eggplant. So now we'll set those aside and we'll be ready to fry it up. So one of the first things we're going to do before we start frying up our eggplant is actually make our delicious cream cheese mixture that's going to be layered in between our eggplant. So, and we're going to make 2 batches of sauce. One is going to have 6 ounces of cream cheese mixed with just about 2 ounces of your favorite spaghetti sauce. Now I'm using one that is tomato basil, but whatever your family desires. And then my other sauce will just have 2 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese and about 6 ounces of tomato sauce. So we're going to get those warming up on low heat, and in the meanwhile I'm going to see, I think my oil's ready, so we're going to take our eggplant that has been through our dredge, and we're going to go ahead and stick those in here. And I have about 2 cups of canola oil going on in my frying pan, and we're going to put those right in. We'll continue putting all of our eggplant into the oil, and you just want this to get really golden brown on each side. And there's nothing better than fried eggplant. Now you don't want to put too many in your oil at once, but once this gets going, we'll check on it and flip it over. So I'm just going to stir up. You can see my cream cheese. It's so wonderful and creamy. And then I just have my tomato sauce mixed in here. So this is warming up. And then I'm going to turn down my other red sauce. You can see that there. It's really starting to boil. That just has a little bit of cream cheese, but I think my eggplant is ready to flip. So let's take a flip. Oh yeah, just the way we like them. Golden brown. This is going to be so wonderful. Now this makes a perfect little side dish because the way we're going to layer these up, it's going to be so cute on your plate if you're going to serve it with pasta or anything else. So we'll just let those cook, and then when we're finished, we're going to put them out on a paper towel so that they can drain all the oil off. So I've created all of my fried eggplant. So now what we're going to do is you want to take kind of your bigger ones and put those on your baking sheet first. And we got all these placed on here. It smells so good. It's really hard for me not to just dig into these because these are delicious. Okay. Now what we're going to do is take our cream cheese that has a little bit of spaghetti sauce in it, and we're going to just spoon that into the middle of each of your eggplants, just like so. And normally I would probably make a whole bunch of these because my family will dive into these. But if you're having a dinner party, you probably just plan on probably one per person. It just really makes a pretty plate. So, okay. Got all that on there. Now, we are going to stack the other ones on top. I may have miscounted. Let's see here. Yes, I did. So, this one's going to get double the cream, and we're just going to flip that one over. There we go. Okay. So next what we'll do is we're going to take our tomato sauce that has just a slight bit of cream cheese in it and just layer that over your eggplant slices. It doesn't really how messy you get here because what we'll end up doing is transferring this onto our dinner plate. So, okay. Oh, smells so good. Now we're going to top it off with some grated Parmesan cheese. And then what we'll do is I have the oven preheated to 375. So we are going to just stick this into the oven and just keep it in there long enough to get that cheese to melt, which won't take very long at all. And then we'll be ready to serve it. Okay, I'm just taking my Eggplant Philadelphia out of the oven, and oh, it smells so good. So I'll just plate one of these up for you. And you can see here, we're going to top it off with a little fresh parsley. And oh, this is just wonderful, wonderful. I'm not going to bite into it because I know I'll burn my tongue, but I just want you to see how great this cheesy dish is. So I invite you and your family to try out my Eggplant Philadelphia and enjoy.